All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a wonderful episode of You Ain't Shit for Watching. Listen, we've been on hiatus, but the COVID took a nigga out. Maybe I was dying. Maybe I was on vacation. Maybe I was just handling some regular everyday shit, but a nigga was busy. So, therefore, we took a hiatus. Uh, right now, I just want to send a shout out to all the habitual line steppers and the habitual line stepper fans. Thank you for sticking in with us. Uh, I'm on here with Kev the Great. Kev, how you doing? How you living? How you feeling?
Word, word. And I felt everything you were saying, man. Just trying to adapt to the times. And one important thing you have to remember in your life, if you are to survive, that you have to adapt to what's going on out here. And the important thing, result to adapting is survival.
Say that.
So, so that's what we're doing right now, the habitual line steppers. We're out here surviving. You
Say
know,
that.
Yeah. So, but some of us aren't so lucky. People such as George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland and you know people like Trayvon Martin and Rakia Boyd, and it's just is what I call a boiling point. Is That's where we're at right now. So, how's everything in your neck of the woods?
Man,
They set a Wendy's on fire in mine recently. There's
they
this
said
there's
Wendy's on fire. They getting
Yeah, there
popped.
was there's another killing. Cop, black man fighting, like I don't know. Maybe we should pull up the video, but I don't know. It's just like those are starting to seem like snuff films now. Is getting ridiculous, and this is what's really sparking the people out there. Um, Two cops were trying to arrest a black man. The video, as usual, it seemed like it was being videoed by a family. It was like family in a car.
Somebody just
So,
out eating
yeah, they were just
regular
out
ass
eating.
bystanders.
Yeah, regular ass black family, and they videoed this, and he fighting, and he putting them haymakers on them cops. Like they can't hold him down and put the cops on him. He's fighting them. So it's like they put the taser on him, and he started running. It's like I guess the taser wasn't having any effect, so he kept running and running, and next thing you know, the officer pulls out a gun, shoots him in the back twice,
Yeah,
kills him.
so he shot him in the back because he was embarrassed. He felt some type of way about that ass whooping he
His
took.
pride,
Yeah, that pride is a motherfucker. So instead of treating him like any other
and it
criminal
was two
should be
of them.
treated, he killed him. He executed that man in the street. That's not due process. That's not justice. That's not the vows you swore to uphold.
Yeah, because in the state where I'm from, the state of Alabama, if someone breaks into your house and you shoot at them and they run and you chase after them when they're off your property and you gun them down, you're going to jail. Period. To them, that's still murder. So why doesn't the rules apply to them?
I mean, that's valid. It's a valid conversation. That's a valid point. But they don't want to bring that up.
No, this is why. It's a lot of people who hate just anything about us talking about things like this. But now you see why people like Colin Kaepernick has been kneeling. All the man did was kneel. Nothing stopped. They complained about him kneeling. He was basically blackballed from the NFL because I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about whatever his win percentage was. Is like these yeah, this is you ain't shit for watching. These white quarterbacks that suck and never bring a championship to their teams, they get chance after chance after chance. Period. So enough about Colin Kaepernick's football record or however he however he played or did not play, second fiddle to somebody who was less talented than him. Because that kind of shit is on purpose. Like seriously, like there's a thing in the NFL where they try to they take the black quarterbacks from the colleges and they try to force them into other positions, like a running back or a wide receiver. There's this quarterback named Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts played for the University of Alabama. He was very good as a quarterback. Dual threat, like explosive. He'll run the ball, like serious. And he had throwing accuracy. Passing accuracy. He gets to the NFL and they already trying to put him in another position.
Yeah, you can't outshine the master. You can't be too good.
Yeah,
Causing
no,
problems. Then you know your value. That's another problem. They'll say you're
yeah,
problematic. These motherfuckers got all kind of excuses.
yeah. So one Neil made a couple of rich guys uncomfortable, and what happened?
It was embarrassing. What it is what it was. They own a plantation, and the plantation is having a real rebellion, and
Mm,
they can't control it. It's a black eye.
yeah, but you know what though? You had even black people that he was fighting for attacking him for doing that shit.
Stephen A.
Yeah, people like Stephen A, Jason Whitlock, no, those guys. Stephen A is like he's one of those guys that I agree with some of the things he say, but other things he just go butter biscuits on. Like he apologizing to white women for saying things like some of these women do provoke you into giving them haymakers, which I don't agree with fully because I don't believe in hitting women. But is it's just that I mean, it's just that you were suspended and you came back and apologized. But whenever it comes to black people issues, with him and people like Jason Whitlock, you back out. You back right the fuck out. We understand, and I understand. Nobody's gonna sit here and start a GoFundMe if you lose your job and for speaking your mind and standing up for what you believe in. But but still though, it's a time and a place for everything. Sometimes the time and the place is in your home in private, just like a lot of these racist white people, which that's very cowardly, by the way. And I hate that shit. But sometimes the time and the place is saying it in your home where nobody can fucking hear you because it's like there's a time to be appropriate and a time when it's inappropriate.
Right. So I've
You
got
know.
the video queued up, just so you know.
Oh, okay, all right.
This is the one you talking about. I haven't seen it, so I'm just going off of what you know.
Okay, this is the Wendy's Atlanta Wendy's
It's supposed to
surveillance.
be
Oh yeah,
surveillance footage.
that's not the cell phone right there. There was a cell phone, but I mean it might not show as so it was like a cell phone video.
All right, let me. What I'll do is I'll come back to that. But go ahead, and finish what you were saying. You finish that thought.
Oh, I think yeah. I'll go back to it. It's just that okay, yeah, which brings me to my next point. A little like I would say fairness. I call it black people fairness. While everyone else, without it, with impunity, will side with their race, no matter right or wrong. Black people they always gotta play it down the middle with other blacks when it comes to other races as to what is fair. It may be theoretically the right thing, but who cares? I'm saying, I'm not saying muddy yourself. What I'm saying is just think about it. Just think about it. Do you okay? Although you want to be fair and you want to be right, do you think that another race, two people, okay, you're fighting with one of them. You're a black person fighting with, let's say, a Asian person. Do you expect, even if that Asian that you're fighting is wrong, and another Asian comes out of nowhere, doesn't know what's going on, do you expect that Asian to side with you based off the story that you tell? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the video. Yeah, he putting them hands on them. This. I guess this is the part where they started fearing for their lives. You're gonna hear the woman say, "I get." Yeah, we got kids. That's what she said. Yep, that's the video. Donnie.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, yeah, yeah. He hurt that pride. He tore that pride all the way the fuck up.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
And
and
and they wanted them dead for it. You ain't supposed to be that strong. You're supposed to be intimidated by us.
I'm a little disappointed in that woman. And her comment is, "Hey, bro, we got kids." To a black man being shot and killed in front of her for a cop's pride. Hey, bro, we got kids. Yeah, no, they didn't shoot at you, but they shouldn't have been shooting in general. But you know what? This is where we are.
Yeah, yeah, that's where we are. Yeah, it's been where we are. I got a couple videos myself that there's a standoff with a there's always been a standoff with a white man and the black. I have a story like that. I think his name is Officer Terrence Caraway. He died in a standoff with a white man who happened to be like a local official. And the cops took him alive, and there were kids involved.
Mm-mm-mm.
But and then they may say, "Oh, that was another state. That was something else." No, man, it happens like this across the board. It does.
It do.
So it's a mentality, and that's what we're attacking.
This
So
shit is tragic. So, what do you think in response to riots and response event? Do you think that they've been justified? Do you think that it should be more of that behavior? Because the point I'm at, I'm like, fuck it, yeah, so
I
be
mean,
it.
yeah. I mean, like there have been a certain group of people that would tear up a college campus just because their team won a big game. Like and there's no justice in that. Now, if people tear stuff up because they're outraged, and I mean, mm, shrugs. You're getting shrugs from me. I'm not going to speak out against it. I'm not going to tell people how to react when there's been many injustices. There's a book of evidence. There's I mean, you I mean, if I mean, it's hard to put into words because I feel some kind of way about it. I feel that, we don't need to be, we don't need to fight each other, but at the same time, whatever got to bring about change. And, it's been bringing about a lot of change. So keep it up. That's all I got to say. Shit, we gave them chance after chance to at least treat us like we're human beings. And we and it's like this, and it's like this. On top of that, the media reaction. Everybody gets exposed to media. Everybody say the media this, the media that, media. But guess what? There are YouTubers trying to get you away from that media, and you're the first ones that's critical. So
Oh,
shut up. So shut up. Like like the media, you're mad because of the media's reaction to every time a black person gets killed. Everybody wants to be like, well, he shouldn't have did this, or if he had just done it, obeyed that cop and did what he said, he wouldn't be dead. And it's like then you got these school shooters, these mass shooters, and what they say about those kids. Oh, he was a loner type. He was misunderstood. Then they go find that one black friend like they did Dylan Roof.
oh hell no! There he's bruh. The fact that
That dude was
Dylan Roof,
British as fuck. That dude, they talking about he from he from there. I was like, man, no, he's not. He ain't from no Charleston. He was British as fuck.
we call you nigger, but it's playing. I say it as a friend. Oh, okay. He's one of them people that is doing the knee challenge, the kneel down challenge, or whatever it is with these white supremacists.
Oh man. Oh my god. They took that dude to Burger King. That was so funny. And it was so blatant. It was blatant. They killed a senator, Clementa Pinckney. No, do you know how much no emphasis that was put on throughout that entire thing? That he killed a U.S. senator. That's why people are angry because so little value is put into a black life, societal wise. If that had been a white senator, if that had been Mitch McConnell, man, it'd have been martial law. No,
How do
but the kid was white. They probably would try to talk to him. Why you do this? Why you do this to me?
What's going on, Stoic and Kevin Paris? How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, you know what? I'm really I'm at the point now to where I have to wonder if I am out with my loved ones, if I am out and about, will I have to be killed or kill a police officer?
Mm, well, tactically, do you want to know the truth?
I mean, we talking, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Technically, you might be at a disadvantage. I mean, hands against bullets and tasers, and you might be able to get through taser like old boy, but bullets, no, you're not getting through that.
yeah, because
And
what it is they, they're a gang at this point. They are
yeah, they are
a highly trained. Let's be honest, they're a criminal organization in my eyes.
a
They run
terrorist
terrorist,
organization,
right?
a legal terror, domestic terrorists in your country,
So if
domestic terrorists.
I get into it with a police officer and I have to do what I have to do, and this police officer falls, backup is not far away. So now it is a position to where it's kill or be killed because they're not taking me in alive. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. I got it. All right, we gotta admit it. If yeah, and 9.5 times out of 10, they are being bothersome. Cause it's like, man, I mean, it like I've seen so many videos. Like Facebook, like is really responsible for a lot of this too. Like I've seen so many videos of people getting pulled over, and they want to be like, the person is like, what's my rights? What's my rights? What's my rights? Oh, come on, let's get out the car now. You don't get out the goddamn car. Like it just be so blatant. These guys are they're gang members. You're right, they're gang members. They're bullies. It's like a lot. Like. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that there are good cops out there? Before we get into the whole, these cops are bad, they're our enemy, blah blah blah. Do you believe that there are good cops?
Certainly, I also believe there are good serial killers.
Good serial killers like Dexter. Like
Yeah,
I'm just taking out the
this
serial.
shit. I mean, it's some good con artists, some good thieves. Uh, but at the end of the day, we're not talking about the good ones, right? We're talking about the
Yeah.
bad ones, and
Yeah.
the fact
So
that you
let's
have
clear
these
that. Let's clear that up. Yeah, because people love to, they love to go into the butter biscuits rants about,
my uncle
like,
was a cop. He
like, like,
served
like,
force.
like, good. That's all good. But did he ever, just unjustifiably kill somebody? Is it like the movie Black and Blue? Is it like,
Remember, Christopher Dorner was running around. Oh shit! Christopher Dorner was running around taking out these police officers because he did what he was supposed to do. He saw a police officer. I think it was a woman doing some shit they wasn't supposed to do. And what did he do? He reported her, and they got his ass fired. He went through all the proper channels and couldn't get his job back.
mm,
So he started taking heads.
mm, mm, mm. Yeah. You hear about and you often hear about those guys, the ones who step up and say, "Hey," and I've heard this is not just that one guy a couple weeks ago. Like I've heard of this before. Every time there's a cop that speaks up and say, "Hey, this isn't right," blah blah blah, that guy ends up getting fired. The guy that kills the unarmed black guy, he gets on paid administrative leave.
Yeah,
And he gets transferred to another department so
you
he
got to
can keep.
protect the blue.
But you know what though? You know what I think that is? 3 letters, and they're all the same. KKK. And this is just not a conspiracy either. Remember, the police started out from the slave patrols, pulling niggas over at night. Where you going? What you doing? Like that's a deep rooted history. And then they would become the police. Now, granted, is keeping the city keeping the criminal element suppressed in our community. But do you think that okay, let's put it like this. A society with no police officers, do you think that it would go anarchic and do you think everybody would just melt down to martial law within no time?
Well, let me say this: the police aren't stopping any crimes; they come after the fact.
They
Roger
come
said
after
that
the fact.
they come after the fact, and often
Which is a very good point.
and me as a black man, I've never had no positive interaction with police where I just felt like they was just so helpful and everything was just better because the police were around.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Oh,
don't.
okay. So yeah, because there is this thing called over policing, you know, and that's what a lot of us just like we're not anarchic like that for real. Because if we were, society would have been melted down. Society would have been burned down. If we were that criminal, we would have been burned down. I'm not saying get rid of the police altogether. I'm not saying that. We need crossing guards. You know, we need we need security at parties.
I just
People
don't see
watch
the
parking
police as
lots at
being helpful.
church.
I simply don't. I've not had interactions with them to where that would lead me to believe I need them in my life. To
They
to
need to
be
write tickets, man. They need tickets. They need to write tickets so their city can fix the streets, or politicians can pocket money. You know.
we're stuck
What
where
up?
we are.
Yeah. Shout out to Gerald. What's up, man?
Yeah, this is
Gerald.
live, Gerald Jokes.
Yeah,
Won't you
this is
hop on?
live.
Scroll up,
Gerald.
you'll see the link.
Gerald. Yes. Gerald has made several appearances on my show, and good,
That's
good
Pimp C
people.
right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He be coming on with the realness. Uh, but yeah, no, these police officers at a certain point, it's just become a fuck you. It's become a fuck you to them. It's to where I see them, and it's funny because ever since I was probably 22, I've always kept an eye out while driving, looking for police officers. Because I know that if you are in the range of a police officer, they are more likely to pull you over than not. Tell you that your tail light is out, even though it's a brand new car, and then start asking you questions. What you doing in this neighborhood?
Mm.
My first interaction with the police was when I'm sorry, not my first interaction. The first time I had a gun drawn on me with the police, I was 16, driving to church on a Sunday, and some white dude in a truck pulled off in front of me while I was driving through a yellow light, caused me to slow down, hit the brakes, and kind of swerve a little bit. I'm a new driver. The cop doesn't say anything to the dude who was in the wrong for running that light, making that illegal turn, and seeing me coming through the intersection. Wasn't safe. He pulls me over and pulls out his gun and hits me with the 50 questions, tells me I know about drugs. He sounded like he was having a breakdown. Even his partner had to be like, "Hey, calm down a little bit. You think I don't know? You think I don't know you do drugs and you out here in the streets, bruh? I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm headed to church. It's a Sunday."
Mm, mm, mm.
And ever since then, I take multiple looks while I'm driving to see the police around, not around me. I'm not trying to get pulled over. I'm not trying to deal with you motherfuckers. And you don't be walking because they'll pull you over anyway. Hey, what's that tattoo about? You in the gang? You sure you're not in the gangs? Listen, bro, I'm just trying to get to point A to point B. I'm a private citizen.
Yeah, I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. And by the way, I'm sorry to hear that happen, man. You were just casually going to church and you run into a jackass. Yeah, and that's the kind of fucking shit we're talking about. I was working at one of my illustrious cook jobs in the past. In the
Applebee's.
down, yeah, the serving and shit, and, busting suds and all the other shit, but like, bastards. But anyway, anyway, I
At
had
least
a
it wasn't
job.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, no, yo, kiddo, no. Mm-mm. Nah. But anyway, uh, I was riding a bicycle. It wasn't far from where I lived. I was riding a bicycle to and from downtown. Just and because exercise. It wasn't too far from my
Now
house,
this
and
is in Alabama.
yeah, this is in Alabama. This Montgomery, Alabama. One of the centers for the civil rights movement. Anybody that knows their history knows about the Montgomery bus boycott, which in my view is the most effective protest of all time because it was an economic protest. Like marching, okay, protesting, okay, but hit them where it hurts.
Their
That's
pockets.
their pockets. Yeah, they were crushed under. There was a 3 year protest. Yeah, black people were stood in solidarity. So anybody that says anything bad about my city, whatever, nigga, your ass shouldn't have ran. But that's a bigger discussion. But
Oh,
that's just. I mean, I realize that racism spans across the globe. I do understand that. I do understand that. I do understand that there's racism that happen in other parts of the United States. But the reason why I might have a bit of a chip on my shoulder because A, where I see Montgomery, Alabama being right now, and B, that people from bigger cities don't routinely respect Montgomery for anything. They don't remember what the kind of sacrifices our city made to change this nation. No, nobody cares in 2020. And yeah, I'm a little bitter about it. So that's why I speak that way, and that's why I feel like our people needed to get it together. Stop enough of the stupid shit. But let everybody grown, everybody grown, everybody grown. So yeah, but damn, I forgot the original point I was trying to make. Kind of got into a tangent. But just saying, we as a people need to get it together. But yeah. I was telling about the bicycle part. I ride to and from work. One day I was stopped by the police. I was stopped by the police. He was like, let's see your driver's license, blah blah.
on a
We
motherfucking bicycle.
on a bicycle, yes. He was like, we just heard that there's this guy, he was between, maybe 5'5", 5'10", somewhere around your height, and he was just looking for trucks. Literally,
We
man.
heard it was a nigga that was possibly you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was like, he was looking for trucks to steal. Sometimes these guys leave the keys in their ignition and they go inside the stores. And what he said the guy would do, he'd throw his bike on the back of the cab part and jump in the truck, crank up, and leave.
Oh god.
I'm like, really? And granted, Montgomery was like the downtown, like they just like built it back up, but it was like for a long time it had old style type of stuff. Like there still weren't really any cameras in front of the businesses and all that. So how do you know it was a black guy on a bicycle? Like they ran this stuff, everything, man. I'm
Well,
sitting up there like
anybody
this is
stealing has to be black.
unbelievable, unbelievable. And then I put it on Facebook for attention. I was a black man that got pulled over on a bicycle. But this is before all the Trayvon stuff. All these black friends that I got, and nobody really said anything. This gets back to like I don't care. I don't give a fuck about get grabbing attention whoring and virtue signaling on Facebook or nothing like that. But I thought this was something that the people might want to hear. People weren't interested. That's why I say stuff like now it's okay to talk about it now that it's played up in the media. I'm saying when it happens to somebody, it doesn't mean anything to you. It's just like and it's sad because we were so desensitized to it happening at the point to the point of apathy. That's why it's gotten to a boiling point because it's like we knew it existed, but it wasn't so blatant and it wasn't so out there. Yeah.
I think we're at the point now to where, uh, and I'm really sorry that it has to be a conversation like this, but I think we're at the point now to where Most people, I don't think people really care. I think they do it for attention. I think they bring up this Black Lives Matter protest, especially white people. They bring up Black Lives Matter and all the conversation that goes with it to seem like a bigger person, to virtue signal. I think a lot of these hashtags, had this been not something so popular, motherfuckers wouldn't give a damn. But it's everywhere you go. It's everything you see. Like I was telling you, we live here in Philly. We went around the corner to a protest. It was a peaceful protest. There was white folks there. There was women there. There was men there. There was children there. While we were there, it was a lot of women taking photos. Nothing against them taking photos, but it seems like if you're there taking photos and that's specifically all you're doing, that's problematic. You doing it for the look, the attention. Oh, I was there. I did something. I took photos. Look at my duck face. And again, one of the things that
put
really
this fist in the air without knowing what it really means.
right. And
let me okay. Hey, why don't you try doing that while you're winning an Olympic gold medal? Yeah, try doing that shit. Go to where the world is watching. I mean, social media is what the world's watching. Social media, of course, but just like that picture I showed you, and like that picture of the girl, like I guess they're the new Black Panther. She was one in the front with the fist in the air, like power to the people. Next thing you know, she's in the picture locking arms with a white cop. That dude smiling his ass off from ear to ear.
We done let the man off.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The great black shark.
How you brothers doing, man?
Man, we living the best life we can in this epidemic.
Hey, well, look, first of all, let me say this. Shouts out to you guys and everybody who's listening. Listen, you ain't shit for listening. You got to patent that phrase, man, because when I told my boys that phrase about 4 or 5 months ago, man, they fell in love with it. They're like, whoa, I ain't never heard nothing like that. I've been waiting for at least 6 months to tell you this. You must patent this as soon as the post office opens. Certify 2 letters to yourself. Go to the thing, laminate that envelope. Kev, you do the same thing with your show. You get some logos.
That man said the old school method of
you have to use the government. You have to use the government seal in case the system goes back up. Because I will tell you, I'm going to be shocked if we ever reboot to the way it was. Because I'm telling you that those Democrats, they really don't want to relinquish that power to a man that's got money. I'm not gonna say he's not a douchebag. I said this the last time, but I like the man because he's one of the presidents that at least trying to save the children. Now, when we this is all
Are
about.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Honestly, this is all about power, control, and ruling, because you got to step outside of what we know and listen to people from the other side of the planet what's going on, and they know what these Democrats been doing. We're living in a very sinister situation. It's like we got 2 sides of Vikings fighting for the right to control. I'm not saying that Donald Trump is a good person, because who knows how this is going to turn out if he wins. If he loses, then you trying to tell me we still stuck with people like Joe Biden and those pedophiles? Man, we're going to be at war. And then you got cops. No, you got men who are wearing this badge, doing stupid shit, like shooting the dude who just stole a taser. And you know this dude been seeing what y'all been doing for years. And y'all going to shoot him in the back? Really?
Well, they should come. He took his pride. He got that ass whooping. That ass whooping took that pride. He said, I got to kill this nigga.
Dude, in Edmonton, and I found this out today, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, they chasing the cops. See, cops don't realize now you a target. You better be glad they burning down the building, because if they had sense, they wouldn't burn down a damn thing. They'll just concentrate on you and your family. And you better be glad I'm not being nasty to the cops that's listening. But you must understand, Some family you fuck with, they coming at you. They don't give a shit about that money. They don't give a shit about them buildings. What they want is your blood. Eye for
Hey,
eye.
let me say about that. Let me say
Go,
something
go,
like. Let me
go.
say, Gerald. Let me
Yes,
say something about that real quick, man.
go.
And and is the eye for an eye thing, man.
Yeah.
But you have to understand. Here's what I don't want. I
Yep.
don't want us taking out the ones that didn't do anything. So if they're
Respect.
just this, if there's this Mister, I just got my first day on the street and he ain't did nothing, and he ain't the one that's trying to jack you up and pick on you every few minutes, then why take that guy out? You
True.
know,
I
like
I totally.
why take that guy out? Why not take the guy out that you know is a piece of shit? You know what
With,
I'm saying? Because that person right there has proven to clearly be one of them.
Well, let me say this. I called them gangs earlier. Any
uh-huh.
gang
Yeah.
member knows once you put on them gang colors, you in for blood.
Come on,
You
man.
out for blood. So you gotta understand if you join this organization, you using this power of the organization, you got to take it all. You got to take the good and the bad with it.
I you
Yeah.
know I just wish they do some inside structure and take care of themselves. Some things you should know better. Don't be so damn John Wayne-ish and gun happy. Now again, we don't know if this shit is ever gonna get right because y'all know what Seattle's doing and Tifa, which is okay. We know they part of the Democrats.
Antifa.
They didn't took over, and which is redundant. But then again, who is the mayor? Don't like saying this again. You ain't shit for listening. Women are not supposed to have that kind of power. Police
Okay.
chief, mayors, I don't agree. Look what they doing. They nutting up. They nutting up, man.
Yeah, the
And
police chief in Phoenix, she ain't shit. Them motherfuckers is one of the most racist police forces in the goddamn country, and it's a black woman in charge of them. Ain't
ain't,
that about a bitch?
ain't that a bitch? See what I'm saying? Let's not even start with Al Sharpton's sister, which that's the rumors on the street, which is the mayor of Chicago. Yeah, you heard it from me. That's supposed to be Al Sharpton's sister, y'all.
That bitch
Come on
don't do
from
nothing.
to a Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah, yeah, and look at what's going on
Oh,
with
get
her.
tight.
Roger ass that he need to weigh in on that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to weigh in from Mr. Stevens.
Yeah.
Rico,
So
I know you listening. Hop your ass on the show.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it is sad, y'all, because we're watching the world crumble right in front of us.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
but
saying?
you know what though? But that's to a specific end. I mean, yeah, it's we as a people we need to get it together and capitalize on it while we still can.
Yep.
Because I would have said about a year ago we were not in this position to do it. But it's a lot of factors have contributed to the unrest, and a lot of it come from the lockdown. I think a lot of people are, I think a lot of people are just tired of sitting at home.
You
And I'm not saying that that's why they're out there. That's why they're out there. They're out there because of what happened. But
actually actually, Kev, you right because you know what they did? They stopped their money flow, man. And remember, Obama was finna open up the country again, but since the pandemic, notice I said pandemic, it didn't work. They went back to the old script. Oh, let's just kill somebody. Of course, we gonna play the color card. That color card works every damn time. I'm
but
60.
but here's it. Okay,
Okay,
go ahead,
let
go
me
ahead, go ahead.
Kev,
Go
Kev,
ahead.
let me
I'm
get
sorry.
this. I'm gonna get this out, and you can say it. I'm 63. This has been happening every year of my fucking life, y'all. Every year.
That's a damn
Only
shame.
that's a damn shame, man. And the only reason why it's available now because now everybody has cameras and social media. It's been happening
Jordan
for
report.
yep. It's been now, Kev.
You're
What you
right.
gonna say? I wanted to get that out.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Who was it? Was it Will Smith? And I may be wrong. Will Smith said that racism never stopped. It's just being recorded. So,
Yes.
Gerald, that's a very, very great point. Not just because Will Smith said it, because Will Smith, it's just that Will Smith and you pointed out the same shit.
See?
It's just it just is. It's It's been like that every year of your life. It's been like
Oh,
that
my
every
life.
year of my life.
Yep.
Every year of Donnie's life. Every year
Yep.
of Roger's life. If you black, it's been going on every year of your life.
See?
Some pig ass fucking cop has done this to a black man or black woman.
Yep.
Well, no, not even say or and. You know, so it's like I said, boiling point. It's a boiling point right now, and okay, but let's remember this also: is never put on the spotlight for real until election year. Remember the last election year?
Same thing.
Same thing, same thing.
Same thing.
The week of the Democratic National Convention, where Hillary Clinton pulls the ultimate screw on Bernie Sanders, and I
Yep.
will always say that. And let's argue that one day. Somebody out there watching, I'm gonna argue this shit, and I'm gonna bury your ass. But
And I'm gonna be
but
holding the
that
shovel
week,
for you. I'm gonna
but
hold a shovel for you.
but 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 Alton Sterling was killed that week. Alton
See?
Sterling, and I think Laquan McDonald happened that week too. I think, but it was some. I'm not sure if it was Laquan McDonald or not, but it was definitely Alton Sterling. Alton Sterling happened that week, and there were protests in Baton Rouge. I mean, like the Facebook videos were just
Yeah.
like I mean, I had to go meet my wife in New Orleans that weekend. I mean, that week actually. That was the first flight me and my baby was on. It was an experience. I'm glad I had it. Glad my little girl's first plane ride was with her father. But that was beside the point. Point was that week, like in Baton Rouge, I saw videos on Facebook of black people, men and women, with their arms locked together, sitting down, being showered with pepper spray, hoses, dogs. That shit looked like the 60s.
Yep. Martin Luther King. I
Imagine
remember.
that shit.
I remember. I ain't
That,
singing
that,
that.
that shit.
Kev, I'm not singing that song. I never did like We Shall Overcome. Never liked the song, never sung it. Don't give a shit about it. Don't like it. I'm Donnie the Creator. I'm just telling the truth. It's just
Okay,
time.
let me ask you a question, man.
All right.
Okay, during the end of Martin Luther King's life, how did black people really view him?
Well, by being in the South, I was somewhat of an outcast because I really wasn't a King fan because I grew up with a fact of I saw somewhat of what you would call Black Wall Street. I seen black doctors. I seen no, I seen people, American people. Let me stop saying we black. I seen American people of tone had ice cream parlors, had hamburger joints. There was no such thing as McDonald's. They control certain things. So I saw that influence of that economical power of that dollar.
That's
And
beautiful.
somehow it switched with King and We Shall Overcome and say, let's negotiate and let's integrate. And I was like, even as a child, I'm like, why? We got our own stuff. Of course, I couldn't say shit then, but we had our own stuff. And as soon as I saw the Woolworth, remember the Woolworth things where the young students were sitting in and they poured them with milkshakes and beat their behinds and did all of this. And I did see the colored bathrooms. Honestly, to me, honestly, Kev, all I saw was the transferring of wealth. That's all I saw.
They
That's
wrapped it up and handed it over to him.
Yep, that's what I saw. And
Mm.
again, growing up in the South, it was kind of hard because my grandmother used to ship me out, which I saw other parts of the world. But when I came back, it was like coming back to the plantation. The people in the South, hate to say it, had a plantation attitude, be it from Shreveport. Uh, Funny thing is, the only city in the state of Louisiana that was a real state like New York was New Orleans. So that was a culture shock when you talk about up north, the middle part of Louisiana, and in the bottom part of Louisiana, the boot. So the people were different. The people in the southern part, which is New Orleans, you can say what's radical for 400, Alex. Who are the people from New Orleans? They didn't play, and they do have stories of people getting in buildings and shooting. They got that history. That's written down in history. I want you to talk about. So It was a transferring of wealth. I was not a Martin Luther King's fan as a young child. I wasn't. That's the way I felt, though. I like Malcolm X. I was Malcolm X hero, and Malcolm X was a name that wasn't spread too much in the South, but you always heard drops of him. The news always talked about him, and in the South, some of us like Malcolm because Malcolm stood up and he spoke against the system, and you never heard of the things. Martin Luther King wouldn't say those things that Malcolm would say.
Yeah, they don't want to send that message over the airways. Now get that nigga off TV. He took no.
Yeah,
Now put the Let's Talk Peace nigga on. Let's put that nigga on TV.
exactly. As they say, we don't want him to mess with our niggers. No, they wanted us to stay within that mind frame, and a lot of people did. How you think they won with Jesus? 5013C amendment, which equals money, which goes to the Vatican. Oh, it's a hustle. They hustled the shit out of us, and still doing it till this day. So that's the way I felt. That's my answer. I wasn't a MLK fan. Not in those days. Not in the '60s. Not me.
It's interesting to hear you speak that way, because most of the people that I grew up around, it was like, and I hate to put it in such a, insincere way, but it's like, Santa Claus drops off gifts, the Easter Bunny has Easter eggs, and Martin Luther King had a dream.
Yep.
That dream was not to base off the color of the skin, but the content of the character.
Yep.
And that's what was pushed over and over and over and over again. I blame the meat. Like you say, King, you view King a certain way.
Yes.
I blame the media. I blame the media for how King was viewed. Maybe he was how Al Sharpton is trying to be today, except for everybody actually bought into King.
Yes.
But
you know how I feel about him. We did a whole show. I'm not a fan of that nigga.
Hey, Donnie, what's the trip? He never came to Philly. The only time he came up north was in Washington, D.C. He was a Southern cat. He was on the payroll. He was on the payroll. They said it. He was the highest paid civil rights leader. And he did say, I think I'm taking my people into a burning house. I'll be damned. It's been burning for my old ass 63 years. Been burning, man. So, I get it. I understand why y'all up there, y'all didn't get with the King shit. I know why y'all were Malcolm X fans. I knew why, because Malcolm was like a closing pitcher. He's thrown nothing but heat. He threw nothing but heat.
Yeah,
he
was hitting people over the head with that.
Yep.
But here's what I want people to understand. I don't want, however you feel about King, I don't want y'all to demoralize the sacrifices that were made, the people who died because of it. Those are the true injustices. Even and if you go and research the history, there were black people that died. Many of us, were lynched and murdered. But a lot of those people were, I'm sorry to say this, a lot of those people were white also. The Mississippi burning, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, Michael Schwerner.
Yep.
The civil rights worker Viola Lizzo, Greg Lizzo, Lizzo, whatever, not whatever her name was. She was shot in the head transporting civil rights activists back and forth from the north to the south, because people wanted to get involved in what we were doing down here to, promote change. It wasn't just Martin Luther King. There were many people that were in that civil rights movement. They put Martin Luther King at the head. That's what the media did. There were plenty of people that did the work.
Kev, you from Alabama. The man who really started King out was the guy from Alabama, was a preacher that was from Alabama. And in fact, it was a movie with James Earl Jones who played that guy. and that guy was, and he was a preacher, and he was radical, and he took over. King took over his church, and King picked up where he left off, and they would not bring that movie on for anything. It was a brother out of Alabama that wouldn't take nothing from them people, and at that time, those white policemen were actually raping black women. How soon black women forget that? But
Ooh.
yes, yeah, man. So by you just
Gerald,
yep, you
Gerald,
just yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
say this right now.
I'm learning history today. That's beautiful to know.
I'm gonna look into that, and we're gonna talk about it now because this is the time to talk about stuff like this. But I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna need you on the show.
Okay,
Soon,
you man,
soon.
listen, you know
Yeah.
you got look, you
Yeah.
two love to be on y'all show. That's why I'm not really doing mine because I figure when I'm on y'all show, I feel like a special
You
guest.
should though, man. You should do your show though, man.
You know, I feel like
Dropping them bombs.
yeah, well, but that's all right because y'all got y'all the right receivers. You want me to pass? I'm gonna throw it to you. Damn, go long. I'm gonna give it to you because I can't believe that in this time I'm seeing this. And again, I know how to stop it. I know how to stop it. Man, I don't want to defund the police. I want them to stay. I just want them to think before they
defunding doesn't mean that. No, defunding doesn't mean you get rid of the police. I just want to make that clear.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm thinking
defund just mean that they can't be any more their KKK buddies and untrained bullshit. And, then you end up with a bunch of Michael Brelos. Who remembers Michael Brelo?
I don't.
Michael Brelo was the cop that killed that couple. I forget what state it was. Please
was it Georgia, Ohio? Was this recently?
No, this was one of the killings. He was the cop that jumped on the hood and emptied fire.
That was in Ohio.
That was yeah. He was the one that jumped. He emptied fire clips into the windshield.
And the car backfired in front of the police station, and they chased. That was in Ohio, and LeBron was playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers because I remember what he said. Let's not rush to judgment. I'm like, you son of a bitch. And I know you didn't go there. He went there. He went there, Donnie. He went there. I'm saying, wow, he went there. That happened in Ohio, man. Sure did. Sure did. You just brought up that spirit. Yep. That happened in Ohio.
And then I remember when he was acquitted, he was crying in the courtroom. I was so fucking mad about that shit. I was like, man, shut your racist ass up, man.
But listen. Okay, I'm finna come from left field now. You must understand. Here we go. You must understand chess moves on a chessboard because we still playing checkers now. I said something earlier that was kind of so way out of left field. But I'm gonna ask you a question. What is now just listen to the crazy question. What is a vampire's dessert?
Blood.
Tampons.
Yeah.
Say what?
Come on, man. No, he was right. Blood. That is it. So you must do things like they can put stuff right in your face, like go look at the badge of California and look at the symbols that's around that star. That's called the man-boy love relationship. That's badge. That's
you talking about the triangle?
Bingo. Thank you, Donnie. That. So you must understand when you talk about places such as Ohio, heavy populated of us, Minnesota, multicultural, Louisville, Kentucky, us, New Brunswick, Georgia, the Stones, ain't many of us, New Orleans. If you look at these major cities have a problem with people being kidnapped. It's like they get you to look over here, look over here, look over here, look over here. And then you look over there, but you're supposed to turn around and say, okay, what the fuck y'all doing over there? And when you begin to see certain things, it's like something is not adding up. Like, again, these killings of brothers, all of a sudden, it's like, okay, y'all just turned up the heat. I'm not going to fall into what y'all doing because I'm trying to look over the fence and see what y'all doing. And I'm saying something else is diabolical is going on. You just don't do this and then expect the riots, George Soros funds Black Lives Matter. Too many damn women in office. If it look like shit and smell like shit, it's shit, man. Something stinking. And my friends, we see it. Chess moves all over the board, and the information is out there. Like this one dude, NPC show. He's an Asian guy. He had to get the hell up out of the United States. He went to Poland so he can speak like us. And even he says, all you got to do is look at the news every day. He said, just go where they're trafficking children. Man, they busting people left and right. And some of them people look like me and you, y'all. They still got slavery going on in Lebanon. The Hans in Asia are actually kidnapping Muslim families and raping the wives. So, and this shit is not on the mainstream media. What the fuck is going on? But people on YouTube talk about it. Well, why isn't the media talking about this? You know,
because you would be absolutely 100% disappointed in who is actually involved in all of that.
Ooh, I didn't say that. You said that, Kev. I didn't say that. You said that. All right.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying is this, that it's not going to ever be in the mainstream media because of the people who are involved. You might actually like who knows? Who knows? Somebody revered might be involved in child trafficking, and they doing everything they can to suppress that secret by killing people.
Let me ask you this: Did y'all see this anonymous posting?
What did he post though? Because he posted a lot of stuff.
So anonymous posted. They basically had some court records, and it looked like Donald Trump was molesting a little girl.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're saying that's why.
That's why Epstein is dead.
Yeah, it was a 12-year-old little girl and another little girl, and he was in competition with somebody else. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
And basically, they was trying to molest and take a little girl's virginity.
Wow. Because and Kev, you said that Epstein is dead, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice check move, but I'm gonna try to checkmate you if I can with logic. Now, if he's dead, why the hell would a man move? Now, listen to the numbers: $577 million to his estate in the islands, and in 2 days he ended up dead. I'm like, that don't add up. It doesn't add up. You moved your money. 2 days later, you're dead. And what the autopsy guy said, it was impossible for a man to hang himself that way. I'm saying, yeah, something's up. That's what I
remember.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I thought about, And they got it on Netflix. And at the end, if you really listen to it, it's like something strange going on. You just don't move that kind of money, and you end up dead in the next 2 days. That's a lot of dough, man. That's a lot of dough. In fact, it was the Virgin Islands. Yeah, he moved it to the estate in the Virgin Islands.
Pedophile Island.
So, I just think a little bit different because I figured what they did was they suckered him, they trapped him, and then he started singing like Marvin Gaye. And then you got what's my man named Harvey Weinstein. You don't even hear these names anymore. I think that Weinstein was another one that had to sing.
And they buried
that motherfucker under the prison. He ain't saying nothing, and he know he better not say nothing.
Yeah, I heard there was a list out there before the whole pandemic that it was revealed that he snitched people out, and everybody was on that list.
Everybody.
John Cusack.
Yep.
John Cusack. Idris was on that list.
Dude, fucking Rodney Dangerfield. Dude, they went deep. Rodney Dangerfield. I'm like, what the hell?
That don't surprise me. Just gonna be honest. That one didn't
just he didn't get no damn respect. Like is like I said earlier. You'd be surprised and disappointed at who's involved in that. And people who you love through their acting and their media presence are sickos.
I hate to say this too, because I really one thing I've loved or you not entertained all my life. I really enjoyed sports until now. Tell the fact is that what you just said, I wouldn't be surprised of some of these basketball stars, especially one of the main ones. I ain't calling no names though, you know. But
You said he got a
Dwight
productive
Howard.
shoe line.
yeah, I'm just saying I don't want to put it out there because other
Man,
people.
look,
What?
that's a discussion. That's why Roger needs to be here.
Yeah.
You say that, man. But I don't like I'm really on the fence about that guy. Is I want to believe that his intentions are great. I really do. I
Right.
mean, I don't care what color of woman he's married to because he procreated with a black woman, and so everybody shut up on that.
What?
I don't believe he's the private prison guy. I really don't. I think that's a mistake.
Right.
I'm trying to find the proof, but I think that's a mistake. But something I don't, obviously.
What you know? Well, they put it in the thing, and you have to understand the thing about pizza. And now that I kind of familiar what's going on, even when I look at the television shows, I see all the subliminal message on Adult Swim when they say we love pizza. So one basketball star said he missed pizza, and some other guys like, really, man, you gonna put that out there like that, dude? Then you suspect because rumors has it that one Will Smith is on house arrest, and a few more of those stars are on house arrest now.
So there's a picture of Oprah and what's her name, Ellen. Both of them have house arrest monitors on. So Oprah's in her kitchen cooking, and somebody took a screenshot. She got the monitor on.
Yep.
They got a picture of Ellen. She's sitting on the couch, and whatever she's wearing, it's got the outline of a house arrest bracelet.
Yes.
They said she got arrested, I want to say in March. And yeah, I mean, so it makes sense.
Yes.
Motherfuckers are going down.
Now again, isn't that strange that again, think about the timing. The man say we're gonna open back the economy. People ready to get their hustle on again, ready to get their money on again, and then all of a sudden they played a race card game and they did that. So think about look at the map in your mind. You got to the west, you have Seattle. To the east, you have Minnesota. And they have the tunnels up there. In the middle, you don't have no major cities. None. So those tunnels, and I really don't like saying this shit because I'm in the damn country where the main hub is for all of this BS. Right up north, right by the equator. It's called Cold Lake. In Minnesota, they have tunnels running to Saskatchewan. In Seattle, it's running up through Vancouver. My thing is, why the hell did somebody explain this to any of us when we were young? So when we coming out in 20s, we're arming the neighborhoods and arming ourselves. I must say, as strategic as they did it, the United States did a wonderful fucking job by using welfare, which means farewell. Because once you take the father, once you take that guard dog out of the household, then those children run buck ass wild. And Wayne Williams didn't kidnap them goddamn kids in Georgia. Let's be real. Let's be real. The kids already was describing the man that was driving around the car was a tall white dude. That means they've been doing it before then. They've been doing it after then. I still remember Philly. Philly had some love doing Dr. J years and all of them years. All of a sudden, man, you enter that chaos. Philly ran down, just like Baltimore, just like anything in Maryland, just like DC. Wherever our brown skinned melanated ass is, shit is run down all over the globe now. And that's what Marcus Garvey didn't want. That's what Marcus Garvey kept saying. Everywhere he goes, it's fucking poverty and it's us. Something's wrong with this picture, especially when we consume a lot. Why we ain't got Black Town? You understand what I'm saying? That's what Dane Calloway comes in, Donnie. Dane Calloway, CNN News went after him to recruit him. He said, hell no. And he still said, I'm not going to get paid and lie and say we from Africa. Majority of us are from the Americas. We are those natives.
Descendants.
Even Old Dirty Bastard said that. Old Dirty Bastard said that on Howard Stern. And if you go back and listen to Howard Stern, yo man, Howard Stern says some of the most pedophile shit when he talked about the Olsen twins. He literally said, oh man, 12, 13, oh yeah, I have sex with them. I'm like, dude, you now that I hear it, now that I'm conscious of thought and words, it's like, wow, this dude put this out there back then that he
You
would
know
have.
that's a dirty motherfucker. He get out there now. He trying to play like he's not racist. But I remember they used to have that dead wench ass bitch on that show and embarrass the fuck out of her on a consistent basis, calling her
So
all kind of
Robin
nigga
Quivers.
bitches. Yeah. Oh, okay. She's supposed to be a hero, huh? Oh, okay.
You know what, Donnie? Now that you say that, I think she was the first media bed wench that kissed ass 24/7 on this show. She kissed much ass on this show, man. She did.
It was embarrassing.
You know, but again, he's part of them too, man. It's like this is like what you said, Kev. You'll be so shocked at the names that rolled in this thing. And again, man, Donnie, one of y'all got to come up with this show, man, called Adrenochrome. Let's just talk about Adrenochrome and let's not talk about nothing else. It just that alone kind of like blows your mind.
Yeah, I come up missing. Listen.
Yeah. but listen up, man. I don't think I've heard some wild shit. Like I don't think I'd be surprised at all, and what names I would hear. I'm willing to bet most of them are like that, like a vast majority.
Yep, true. But again, to me, that's the distraction. They get you looking at this way, and it's not going. Like I said, look at all the killings, man. I mean, one last week, one this week, one the week before that. It's like y'all just taking shots just for chaos. Cops saying, "Okay, I'm gonna quit." And you got the women panicking that are in power. You thought it was gonna be that easy. So it's like, okay, man, this is Bush said it. This is order out of chaos. He said it, and he's dead as a doorknob. But he did say this is not the law of the jungle, order out of chaos. And it seems like if they do, the rumor has it that one of my friends from TO said that they're gonna make Barry Sotoros the president of the UN. Of course, y'all know that's Barack Obama. And I'm not feeling that if you're going to make him president of the UN, because that means now you're going to use the UN police to police the United States. It will be a freaking war zone. It will be a war zone. Then you'll see the war right on the United States land. It will. That's not going to float right, man. That's not going to float.
We are. I mean, let's look at it. Let's look at it realistically. We already in the war.
True.
Is much going to change for us?
No. Well, actually, the football players Patrick Mahomes trying to stand up and saying, kind of saying, look, y'all got to stop this. If y'all don't stop this, we're not going to play again. Now, I think somebody should have did this a long time ago. That's the only way to stop it because we're economics, man. How do you consume over $1 trillion and ain't got shit? I'm amazed and still pissed off of a dog, damn, and pissed off about that. Hey, excuse me, let me grab some. I gotta twist one up.
That's all good. Yeah, but it's because we've been conditioned to be fucked up. We think that's the normal way of things. That's the normal way of the world. Spend a whole bunch of money. We got some rims. We got some shiny nigga trinkets. That's all we need. And white people the whole time is saving, stacking their money, and controlling the world.
Yep. But also remember, Carter G. Woodson wrote a book called The Miseducation of the Negro. They never taught us about money. And check this out, Don and Kev. I was looking at something last night. They're called the Koch brothers, Koch. Fucking man. They actually trying to push the schools back into segregation. Let the blacks go over here. Let the whites go over here. And the deepest thing is, if they did that, and we can get a hold to those black schools, we'll be back on the one. But the only sad thing is, if we come back up like Black Wall Street, they're gonna turn around and come right back in and bomb us.
Yeah, they'll find a reason to fuck us. That's just what they do.
Yeah. So again, the information, man, it's out there. What's going on, and you just gotta tap into it and fight for your sanity, because basically everybody's surrounding you. Some of them to the right, some of them to the left, and then you got your Jesus fanatics like, Jesus gonna save you. Come on, dude. 63 years, the man ain't showed up yet. Come on, man. I don't know.
He coming. He'll be here soon. Don't worry about it. He'll be here. You just gotta believe. You gotta hold the faith.
Okay. Are you making jokes, or you really want me to hold the faith?
No, I'm making jokes. I'm open as Kev will tell you. You don't. He don't believe in that shit.
And Kev, you from the South, and you already know, Kev. Now in Philly, I don't know, but in the South, they got a church on one corner, they got a pawn shop, liquor store, motel,
church, mosque, all that's around here. But you know what? I ignore them at this point because you're not helping me. You are not helping me. Your prayers aren't doing anything. As far as I'm concerned, your prayers are you closing your eyes and trying to ignore the situation and hope for something else changes.
True. Have you heard from any of the preachers? Have you heard from TV fakes? Have you? How about the hustle that makes $1? You ain't heard nothing from them, man.
Yeah, TD Jackson to get his ass up on TV and say, "Listen, brothers and sisters, you've given me $3 billion. I'm going to donate that to your police, to your bails, to your lawyer." Nah, you don't hear none of that from that nigga. He out trying to price him a new jet.
Yep, trying so he can get away, huh? Yep, sure is. Sad. It's sad, but again, a lot of people. We're part of the conscious people that are thinking. You understand what I'm saying? This is who we are, Don and Kev. We are part of people who speak and think. Like your show. The show should be, man, the show should be filled with people calling in, voicing their opinions, talking. I wonder they're afraid to talk. I can't be, man. I really can't. Not now,
Me neither. I feel like that you have to have a voice these days, because if you have anything that most people have is a voice. So, you have to say these things. Someone has to, or there be no one.
Well, yeah, that's where we are. But people are afraid of their voice at this point. More and more white people are being caught saying and doing some slick shit, right? So if we take that into account with all the activism, the quote unquote activism that they're doing,
right?
It's all fake. We just seen. I was telling Kev earlier. I just seen a video of a Karen taking her ass over to go mess with a black man. She not a black man. He was some color. I don't know what he was. He wasn't black, but he was putting Black Lives Matters on his wall. They walked up to him and said, "Sir, we're with Black Lives. We love all that. That's great, but you can't do that. That's vandalism." And he was like, "What? Why is it vandalism? That's somebody else's house. Whose house is this? We know the people that live there." "Oh, you do you?" They called the police on them, making everything big. And those are the white people you got to worry about. They'll come and hold your hand and pretend that they in there for the movement, and they really are there just to play games and seem like they're not a racist the whole time. They moving just as racist as the Ku Klux Klan member.
Yep. Well, you remember the Klan? They traded in their white robes. That was Moors robes. They traded in their robes for black robes, man. Sure did. Again, the rabbit hole is deep. But I always say, man, look across that fence. Look at the Democratic Party. Don and Kev, tell me this: what do y'all think about Nancy Pelosi taking a knee with a kente cloth on, man? Around
that ridiculous shit.
Thank you, bro. I hear white cats saying that's got to be one of the most racist thing to do. That bitch been in office for 33 years and ain't done shit. Maxine Waters, terrible, fucked up ass, been in office for 47 years. And it fucks me up. They got the audacity to point the finger at this man like, wait a minute. Y'all been in through our presidents. Y'all never achieved nothing but filling up your own pockets. Think about it. Whenever they call Al Sharpton, something stinky is going on, man. Come on, man. No. So they still playing games with us. This is still the same game from Rodney King, man. It's still the same fucking game. Bring your Hollywood stars to the funeral. What about this, Kevin Dunn? And answer this question. Why the fuck they didn't open up the casket? He didn't get shot in the face. Why didn't they open up the casket at the funeral?
Slick. You tell me. What's your theory on it?
Man, I think they just pull an okie doke on us just to get something going on. I mean, it's the same thing with the World Trade Center. You said that a plane. At the time, I actually thought a plane actually hit the building. But when you think about it, when was the last time you seen a damn plane go through a building like cutting butter? Like, wait, did they just do this?
It was bullet fast. That's what they said. It was
They
bullet
say,
fast.
what's his name? Jesse Ventura. That motherfucker. You hear that motherfucker? Say it was thermite paint. It was an inside job. He go ad nauseum talking about that shit.
They hate him. By the way, they hate Jesse.
Oh yeah, Jesse Ventura. You know, they would call a guy like that a truther. Like he people like him and Henry Rollins are no nonsense.
Yeah. He was what, the governor of Minnesota?
Yes.
And he did say,
he went from pro wrestler to actor to governor of Minnesota.
Yep. Ain't that something? And check this out. Now I want y'all to hold your horses, because if you living, this is gonna be one comedy shit show. So you know there's rumors coming from like left field that Dwayne Rock Johnson can become a candidate for president, and even Cardi B thinking about getting into politics. Oh God, where are we heading, y'all?
You heard Kanye. This motherfucker said he was going to be president, and he said, "When I run for president," and motherfucker started laughing. And he said it again. He said, "What y'all think is so funny?" And then went back to saying it. I said, "Oh, okay, he really running."
Oh shit!
This is where we are.
Yeah,
and I bet you a bunch of bleeding heart liberals, they gonna some weirdo white people, some hipsters, they gonna vote this crazy motherfucker in. And at that point, you know what? Oh well, we had the orange man. Fuck it, I put Kanye in.
Yeah, shit. I mean, where do we go from where we are right now? I mean,
wow.
It's yeah. That's what I'm saying.
This is becoming we can laugh now. Like they remember, because Ronald Reagan was an actor. He became
celebrity.
You know, this country, man, he's not looking good, man. If that happens, it's not a good thing, man.
No, especially when you got Cardi B talking about politics.
Cardi B better not take her ass nowhere near no goddamn politics. I know that much.
Yeah. Idiocracy. President Camacho. Oh yeah. What do y'all think about Terry Crews's Butter Biscuits move? Like,
I wonder why Terry Crews talks sometimes, and then it just like the fact that this motherfucker said black supremacy in the time frame situation we got going on. You said black supremacy, nigga. Are you that dumb?
Yep, he is.
Mm-hmm.
And he got mad when he got called all kind of coons. Calling me a coon wasn't doing anything.
And man, look, I lost faith in Terry Crews when he got fumbled. He allowed a grown man to fumble him.
Should have knocked his ass out.
Just only. I didn't want to be seen as the aggressive nigga. Well, you shouldn't have been the 300-pound benching nigga.
Ooh.
A baby back bitch.
How do you be that goddamn big and let a motherfucker punk? What is the muscles for? What are you doing with these muscles with the ability to lift all them heavy fucking weights if you're not gonna use them to lift the motherfucker and throw his ass?
Yeah, well, Terry Crews' wife is a preacher, so I think he loves to put on that E40 cape. He loves that Superman cape, man. He like it, That's what he likes, the cape,
Yeah.
So,
but he let another grown man fumble him in front of her.
And that was in that Hollywood stuff, But again, back to your time, and why did he take so long to come out with it though? When everybody else jumped on that bandwagon, then he came out and talked about it. But he did get to He did get a paycheck, and I think maybe that's why a lot of these guys do what they do, all for the paycheck, man. All for that paycheck. You know, you see, they sell their soul for the paycheck. You know, we're not in that
Yeah.
position, which is good for us. You know, we're different. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's that Hollywood shit going on, man. Again, think about what I'm saying about the adrenochrome and all of these things going on. This is a time that we have to actually sit back by ourselves and wrap our mind around this. It's like you got to wrap your mind around this. It's crazy within itself. And can we come a long way, man? Think about it, dude. We're in the 21st century, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We're in the 21st century now.
The
But
21st century.
dude, we're facing a lot of little problems that we have to get rid of before we tackle the big problems.
Yep.
One of these little problems that we keep facing, infighting.
Yeah.
Like
It's what I didn't catch that. Is what?
infighting.
Okay.
Lots and lots of infighting.
Oh yeah. Well, it goes
Lots of
back. It goes back to the welfare system. Like, I don't need no man. Like, wait a minute. I've been busting my ass all of this time and making sure the family struggle is strong. They give you a job. Now you don't need no man. What the fuck is that?
That's right. I got welfare.
Zaddy government.
And you know what? That's never going to get back right because one pill these women are not going to take in the Western culture. That's that pill called accountability. That's all they got to take. That simple pill. I was wrong. Let's build. That's it. And we'll start building.
Because at the end of the day, whose image you ladies are protecting? Like whose image? If you got a good image, why are you protecting the ones that do bad shit? You know.
Yep.
See
Women
no
can-
evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty
Jesus.
much.
That's right. Jesus will take care of me. Jesus will take care of me. So,
To our fixing Jesus.
yeah.
Even here's my concept of religion. It's like you blame the devil for things that human beings are doing.
Yep.
Like let's get it back down to a human level. Okay, let's put the effort on humans. Okay, you if you're successful, you say, hey, you know what? Oh, I thank the good Lord. Okay, whatever. But you did that. Remember that at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you gotta think of the same thing when people do bad shit. The devil ain't making them do that shit. It's them. That's the nature of their humanity.
Yep. Yep. But again, Kevin in the South. I don't know about you, Donnie. We grew up in the South, but they played that Bible game on us. That heaven or hell, being afraid to die. They played
Yeah.
that game, and when I say they capitalized off that game, they did a wonderful job of again transferring wealth. That's where I started with this. I said, let me start. Let me watch the money. Then I saw the slime. I saw it. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then when you try to tell your friends, they're like, you can't tell me God gave me this and God gave me that. No, you woke up that day. God gave you the strength to make choices. You made that choice to go do that. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? So
God is the easiest way to escape accountability. For any reason that something negative in your life happens, it's not your fault. It's the devil messing with you. And if you fuck up, the devil took over you. A
yeah,
demon spirit did it. Now you want to be forgiven. You want all to be well. I asked and prayed for forgiveness. The Lord gave it to me. You got to forgive me because that's what it says in the good book.
see, you said that. But let's look at this. Let's look at this, Johnny K. I'm gonna go here. And y'all remember the movie. Y'all remember the movie Carrie, right?
Yep.
And the prom.
Yeah, at the prom. What fell on her body? What fell on her body?
Pig's blood.
Blood.
Okay. Listen to this. Now, I just want you to look at this. Cause I've been like, that's fucked up. Cause a guy from Jamaica, no, he's from Bermuda. He told me this many years ago. I had to call him today. And I said, bro, I have to call you today because you were the first one that said this to me. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. Does that not sound vampirish to y'all?
I mean, yeah.
And think about it. Why would I want to be covered with the blood? That's just some demonic stuff. I'll be talking about covering with the blood. Like,
Mhm.
All
wait
of
a
that
minute.
shit was ritualistic, and they carried that over from other religions into that religion. And if you look at it, Christianity has some crazy ass practices that you supposed to be eating and drinking somebody on a Sunday and to worship the Lord. That don't
I
sound.
had to think. I had to really like. I grew up in Catholic practice,
Me too.
so we had this ritual called communion, where
Yes.
we would eat. We would go up, eat the bread, and drink from the same cup. Which, right now, to me, seems a bit absurd. And now it does seem like you're just drinking behind
That
people.
sound like a high herpes rate.
Yeah.
But strangely enough, there was never any outbreaks.
And
Strangely enough,
none
there was.
motherfuckers admitted.
It was but but it's like, yeah, it was like the symbolically, it was the body and blood of Jesus Christ. You're eating this man's flesh and you're drinking his blood. Now, what does that sound like to you?
Cannibalism.
Cannibalism. And now, see what you said? Cannibalism. So when you look at it, Jesus saved them. Our ancestors saved us. They were the ones fighting that lynching. They were the ones fighting it. Our ancestors died for us to have certain rights. One of the main rights is the right to think. That's it. Just think about it. This is why religion is not working no more. This is why the women, that's why you concentrate on the women. Religion is an emotional thing. This is why women go to church. This is why things like brothers getting shot and there's no retaliation, we marching. All of this sort of, to me, links together. Because we should be more warriors. Because when a cop come do that, like I said, respect for the cops. But when you get out that uniform, you're a civilian. You're supposed to get checked, bro. Just like playing hockey, like playing football, like Detroit Pistons basketball. I'm gonna throw your ass to the ground. You can't do that. Just because you get a badge, don't give you the right to kill. Your job is to serve and protect. My question was, who you serving and who you protecting? That's always been my question. And then, of course, I got the response, all you need is Jesus. How? It's like, how? But, of course,
Yeah,
they
Jesus the lawyer, because that motherfucker gonna have to bail me the fuck out. Jesus Jones, the lawyer on 25th Street. Yeah, go ahead and call that nigga.
Yep. But again, these shows like this, the reason why I like them, because these are logical shows. And again, there's more shows coming up, man. People are actually talking. They want answers. They want answers. Simple as that. Everything is falling apart in the United States. Even the crime family that runs child support. Everything is falling apart in the States because the money's not flowing. Soros wants to bankrupt America. And trust me, America has something that a lot of countries don't have. Believe it or not, it's called a damn Constitution, Bill of Rights. Some of these
That's
countries,
that Soros had like an artificial heart or something like that. This dude, like, he's supposed to be dead now. He's so
yeah,
old.
didn't they once kept say he got Trayvon Martin's heart? Or was it the Rockefellers?
Mm.
Now that sounds super conspiracy theorist. That
Yeah, that's
Let me get this
tinfoil
12
hat.
roll.
Yeah, that's tinfoil hat.
But let me get my hat then, damn it. But what if
Yeah.
it's true? But what if the possibility of it being true? Trafficking children. The brother up in Sarasota, Georgia, they found his body rolled up in a carpet with all his organs missing.
Kendrick Johnson.
Yeah. So
That's very touchy right there. They've
yeah,
reopened that investigation, as a matter of fact, because they found that the leading investigator was the suspect's fathers.
ain't that something?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, and this is why I keep saying this is why all of this is happening right now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. There's so many various reasons they're tied to the same bullshit.
Yep. True that. True that. True that, man. Makes you think, bruh. Makes you think.
Yeah. So, other than how was your city doing with the riots, Jared?
Up in Calgary,
Yeah.
uh, up in Canada, they marched. Like a friend of mine called me the other day. He said, "Gerald," he was like, "Listen, do you feel racism up here?" And I had to tell John. I said, "Listen, no such thing as racism." And he was like, "What do you mean?" I say, "Well, I'm old as hell, so the first word was prejudice. Do I run into prejudice? You damn right I run into it. As far as that march, and the reason why I said it, he said, "Well, why are they marching?" I said, "Because they feel good. They just want to be a part of something. They didn't tear shit up here. They didn't tear nothing up. We just marched, wanted rights, blah 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 blah, and everybody went on about their business. So it was easy here, easy. They just marched one day and went on about their business, man.
Oh wow. Because I know
Yeah.
in London they was whooping ass. My girl's from London. They was whooping ass out there. And then she sent me videos. I guess the Nigerian embassy,
Uh-huh.
the Nigerian U.S. embassy, they tore that motherfucker up. Them Nigerians went up in there and wrecked shop. Was not playing games.
Well, I don't get it, Donnie. I don't get it. If they marching, I mean, why this particular? Because they should have did this shit when Barack was in office. Because man, more brothers was getting shot up under his shit. Why weren't they doing the same shit? We totally don't talk about Ferguson no more. So, like I said, man, this is one of the most puzzling things. But I'm sitting back watching the reaction. I'm very pissed about this because again, look who's at the bottom and look who's getting shot. People that look like me and y'all, like men. It's like, wait a minute, shoot somebody else. Fuck, leave us alone. We ain't got shit. Go shoot a white boy. Start over there. Leave us out of this shit. But we always a fucking target of some bullshit. Get mad about that. I think about that when I walk out every day, like I used to do back in the 70s, and actually in Baton Rouge too. I used to walk out. Actually in Georgia too. I used to put on the mask, walk out, and sometimes be worried because in Georgia you get them female cops, they get cocky. In Texas, oh, I was pretty cool with the state troopers there. I mean, because I didn't do shit crazy. Louisiana, always had a fear of Louisiana state troopers because they took no shit, none whatsoever. So again, 63 years, y'all, same shit, same thing. And I'm so beat up and worn out of it because it's always the same. The action is like, man, we gotta stop burning shit down. Go at the, I guarantee you, you go at one of them dirty cops, and shit will end right then and there because they said, okay, they're on a whole nother level. They're taking it personal. They coming at us and our family. You have to stop. You are forced to stop. Their wives would say, listen, I don't need this shit at my front door. When you go out there, behave with respect. If you got to shoot a motherfucker that's pulling something, I get it. I get it. Bank robbery, all that shit. I get it. But damn, just for the fuck of nothing? Come on, man. Fuck. Fuck. So, again, up here in Canada, nothing. In Toronto, they went off. In Edmonton, they went off. Where I am, they did nothing. They just marched. It was peaceful. You know, it was for George Floyd. And then everybody went home. Simple as that. You know?
Mm.
You know? This is a very
So no true meaning, true anything behind it.
no. Honestly, no. I'm honest. No. But again, I told you in Edmonton, which is maybe about 3 or 4 hours from here, they're a rowdy bunch. They chasing the cops, man. They
Damn.
chasing they chasing the cops. And so you got to understand where I am. Very, very, very multicultural. Can't say black here because you got Sudanese, you got African. They don't say colors like black. They're from everywhere in Africa. They're from places I never heard. You know, so it's very multicultural. Very multicultural. So I'm just a pea in a pot, a 12-piece suit. Seriously, seriously. So, you know, and the people who are here are European. Notice I said European, Scotland, Poland. They say, you know, they don't really call themselves white. They say, you know, they attach themselves to a landmass, Germany, you name it, and they have views and they sound like us. You'd be shocked to hear somebody sound like you, Donnie. And I'm like, wait a minute, you ain't a brother. Yeah, I don't have to have the color to be a brother, brother. Like, okay,
Ah.
let me shut the fuck up there, you know? So they on a whole different level of what's right, what's wrong. And I'm like, okay, this is like an education for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy sitting in a room of different people, different tones, and they have different opinions, and then some have the same opinion as you. It's like, wait, where you from? Australia. Got that Australian accent. Get the fuck out of here. Really, man? I'm like, yeah. And they know I'm from the South because they say we can tell you from the South because you have that Southern accent. And I'm like, yeah. You know, and of course we drink great beer up here. So, you know, people ain't gonna jeopardize the fruits of the labor up here. They got great beer, great weed, and just good fresh air.
So you living the dream up there in Calgary, huh?
Yeah, hey, you got your passport anytime you want to come, bro. You got a place to lay your head. Just let me know. I'm
Yeah,
telling you. I'm
that's
telling you.
the city, huh?
Yeah, because you know, and this is my dream. My dream is I hope he get back in. I hope he resets the money. That means on a personal basis, I get a chance to meet you guys because I will be able to foot the whole fucking bill. One thing about life, they should have taught us when we were young. They should have taught us about economics and money. Fuck Cortez, fuck Christopher Columbus, fuck all that bullshit. Teach us about stocks. Teach us about bonds. This is one of the main reasons they keep putting bullets in it because they don't want us to come up economically because they will be afraid that we're going to do to them what they did to us. Man, I ain't got time what y'all did to mine. I'm trying to move forward. But I'm like Tupac. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Please don't push me. Y'all the same way. Ain't nobody gonna
Yeah.
fuck with you. Y'all the same way just like me. That's why I like you, bro. That's why I like listening to y'all shit. You ain't shit for listening. And black being brutally
And
honest, I'm telling you, my
and you ain't
boys,
shit for watching.
yeah, my boys, man, they always listen to the after shows. After we done it, they always listen. My boy in Georgia, he always called me. He said, "Boy, you be going in." He keeps saying he was a sniper for the Marines. He said, "I'm telling you, don't get no show, motherfucker. You gonna talk too much. They gonna come see you at your front door, bro." I'm like, all
You
right,
gonna
I
knock and
won't do.
do something.
Yeah, yup. And the best thing what you guys got, see, y'all got access to GUNS guns, all kinds of guns.
Oh yeah,
Here,
that's right. You can't do that up there.
oh no, all we can have is a lollipop and throw words at people. You know, you
Yeah,
know.
my girl got an auntie. She live in Toronto. She came down here. She was like, "You guys, you can get the guns." I said, "Hell yeah, you got them at the crib. You want to go shooting?" Oh no, no. I just uh, and people can you can be crazy. Yeah, everybody got guns. Yep.
Yep, yep. Most of my friends here are military guys, and they got some nice shit. And definitely, I tag along. Jerry, you want to shoot? You damn right. You think I came out here to watch y'all? Get out of here. Come on. And I love what they got, and I'm good at using anything. It's fun. That's part of an education that even Kev I got when I was young. Actually, man, it's funny. In the 70s, Caddo Parish Police, Shreveport, Louisiana, they used to come to our school and they would give us a education on guns and the results of bullets. For real. Now this was public schools back then. Before, yeah, I guess it was, but they weren't doing it. But I went to a private high school, so they would do things like that. I think they did things like that at Booker T. Washington, and all of a sudden the school curriculum changed, man. It just it changed to a straight academic, no, straight athletic programs. That was it. Nothing else. No doctors, no lawyers, nothing. Just it didn't have that education. So as far as gun education, I had it when I was young, y'all. Young. So we talking about early 70s. So now, these brothers got rap and they just educate themselves about guns, you know. So
Oh shit. Well, you know what? I appreciate you, brothers, but I'm getting tired. I'm feeling the vapors. We're gonna end this, but we're gonna do this again soon. Gerald, it was wonderful having you on here. Same with
Right.
you, Kev. Y'all want some final
Oh
thoughts?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I go first. I like to always go first. This is what I say, Donnie. Whatever you do, please do that. Please, if the post office is open, you write it on a piece of paper. You write what you would like to do, even in clothing, and however you want to do it. Put that shit in an envelope and register a letter to yourself. Do two of them. Never open them. Kev, you do the same thing too. It's nothing wrong with being an entrepreneur. Nothing wrong. So my thing is, even after all of this, keep your mind on the prize because if they open it back up, you want to realign yourself with working for yourself. That's my last word.
Mm,
Well, damn. Gerald,
yeah.
Okay.
Dropping knowledge as always, Gerald. We always appreciate that. And
Jody, that
that
motherfucker
is
come with the shits.
yeah, and that is should be taken under highly consideration. But we need to honestly, with everything that's happening right now, we need to strike while the iron is hot. And what I'm talking about is, our ultimate unity. I know people they shun the unity talk sometimes, but I think it's just something to think about how much things would be better if we were all de-stressed about each other, and then we can move forward. Just some things to think about. But yeah, we don't want to do anything to hurt ourselves when you know. And I mean, like, also, let's just get past the media sensationalism. This is stuff that's always existed. Don't act like this is just starting to happen. But thank you for having me once again, Donnie. It's certainly an honor, and to be on a panel with the likes of Gerald once again. That is certainly an honor within itself. And let's continue to do this. Long live the habitual line steppers. Shout out to the Roger Report, Sister George, Darth Skater 7, and definitely tune into my channel as well. Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Yeah, but I hadn't figured out my next show, but whatever I decide to talk about, it's gonna be great. As always. So, all right, cool. And Kev, we trust.
All
Peace out.
right, family.
I,
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out. Gerald, since you love it, won't you go ahead and end the show classically?
oh, but shit. What? Anything I want to say?
Nah, you know the phrase line
Oh,
to end
oh, come on, dog. You ain't shit for listening.
it. All right, y'all. We out. Y'all have a good night.
All
All
right,
right,
man. Peace out, brothers.
peace.